What is going on, everybody? How you doing? Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Because I brought the dance studio back open. I paid the mortgage on it. We're renovating it a little bit. We're putting some paint over it. But before we get into that dance studio, what you say?
It's a grand reopening, man. Why you had to shut me down, bro?
What was it? Grand closing, grand opening. Quote some Jay-Z lyrics there.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Grand closing, yeah. But yes, IE Creators is back again. Another month. We're in April, having a good time.
God, we're back again.
Yes, and I can't do it without the impeccable, the amazing Mr. Damien. How you doing, sir?
Dante. Oh, Dante.
You know what? That's fitting right now because Mario and Kevin and a DK2 couldn't stop the show from getting to you.
Mario. That was a great movie, by the way, man. I got to tell you, great movie. So good.
Steph will be here in a few. He's rechecking his internet, but we'll welcome our guest here, Mr. Mario. You see him every first Thursday of the month with the 20 Round Show. Then you'll see him on Saturdays with High School Creations, and you'll see him pop up randomly all over the place. But we'll always welcome Mr. 796, the true super enabler, Mario. How you doing?
Yeah, I like that. I be popping.
Let's go.
Yeah, what's up, boys? Thanks for inviting me. It's been a while since I've been allowed back on the stream. You know, so statute of limitations, I guess. We're good.
No. Let's be real. You said you had other stuff that you were doing when I asked you back on Friday stream. You're like, yeah, I'm busy. I can't do it. I guess.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah. See? Yeah. Okay.
Well, also, you don't know who we have to pay. Do we have to pay royalties to the Toy Migos? Do we have to pay royalties to the enablers? You know, we can't be double dipping here.
You know, far, no royalties have been paid out to anybody, and they are due. They are due.
Look, I ain't paying no royalties, Kevin. Kevin got enough money.
I think you were trying to claim royalties at one point, Dante.
Yeah, but you know what? Canadian, it's like 30 cents, and that's like $40 Canadian, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'm not paying.
It's in our favor.
Not happening. We're going. Hopefully, we'll get some crisscross applesauce at SDCC.
You better believe it.
I'm getting so much FOMO for not going to that.
We're on the same team, so
yeah,
you know. But I'll still find a way to ball them up, even though we're on the same team.
Twist that knife.
Look, if you got 3-on-3, I'll join you. You know, I can be I'll be your defense. You know, these arms are long enough to block shots. You can't jump over this.
You got to wear your cup though.
I got my knee. I'll wear my knee brace and my cup. And I'll come out my short shorts.
Oh my god!
Wait,
are you going?
I wish. I don't have a ticket.
Oh
no!
I'd love to go.
You guys are going? Oh
no,
man. That's a hike.
Yeah,
maybe next year.
Yeah. Well, we'll go to you. We'll go to you.
Y'all got to come up, man. We got Toy Con, we got New York Comic Con, we got Legion's Con.
That's where I want to go, and that's what I'm most afraid of because, you know.
Hey, I booked a double bed for that mat just in case somebody needs to crash and wants to split the room and save some money so we can buy more toys.
There you go.
You know,
I thought you said you bought a double bed so you can put all your purchases on that one bed.
No, I'm not trying to fill up the bed, but no, seriously, like if you know someone I know, you know, wants to, you know, split the room, then, you know, that saves us all money and more money to buy figures.
Yeah.
Steph is here. He's smiling. He's happy.
What's going on?
What's up, Steph?
Yeah,
there you go.
All right, we hear you now.
Let's
still a little bit delayed, but we got you.
It's all good. It'll give him time to process all the good stuff.
But let's see who's here in the chat with us. Bearded Bill says, let's go. Don Chichiara says, happy Sunday. Paul Morales says, hello. Hey, hello, everybody. I messed it up. 16 Shooter says, whoa, 3 p.m.? What the? Yes, IE Creators is 3 p.m. Once the first Sunday of every month, but we were kind of behind on this Sunday, so things got web tangled.
Yeah, holidays,
Yeah. Johnny Stroud says, hey, everyone, great to be here again. Hey, how you doing, Johnny? Stratton, hello, everyone. Chad Kendra says, sup, Paul? And says, Matthews here says, hello, hello. Mark Rose is here. It says, what up? Let's see. And then we got 796 saying, let's go. I don't know who that guy is. Might be new to the show.
I can't tell if Steph is frozen. He's really slow.
Yeah, I was like the perfect picture, like to be frozen.
He's got like a headshot going on.
No, he's not even blinking.
No, that's what makes it even great.
Look at that poker face. Let's go.
Yo, take you to the casino with me.
Oh, God. Okay.
Greg says, so when is IE Creators going to make something to enhance Trevor's legions? Yo, that's a Steph thing. Yo, Steph got that on block.
Yeah, that's between Steph and Duarte and those guys. They're the legions guys.
Mm-hmm.
Steph always looks good. Yeah, you're right, Trevor. Even frozen stuff looks good.
Yeah. Hey, Yoko's here. Hello, Yoko. How you doing? And Steph is gone.
Dropped it.
Omega says, y'all ain't watching the game. I have it on my phone. It gives me updates what's going on. So
what game?
I'm talking about the Lakers.
Oh, sports.
Yeah, sports. That thing, sports.
Sports ball.
There you
go. Dom says Dante is tall. He doesn't even have to jump the block. That is true. That is very true. High School Creations. Mike is here. Says, yo, congratulations, Mike, again. All the best to you, sir. I'm happy for you. Your Kickstarter kicked it out of the block.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm super excited for you.
Wall XD.
And if you haven't, you can now go and
get your pre-orders.
Stuff. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, man. Get to highschoolcreations.com. If you missed on the Kickstarter, jump in on those pre-orders. You do get charged now, but hey, still good prices. And there's tons of codes out there too. He's got codes out there for everybody. Get 20% off, 10% off, depending on what code you're using.
So what code do I use?
I know Dante's waiting for that IE Creators code.
Right, yeah, I'll wait for that 796 code, the IE Creators code. I was just waiting. It's cool.
There you go. There's Machi. B2 cents.
There you go.
Jumping in there.
Machi's, why does he get a code? Like, I want my 20% before he gets a code.
20%.
Machi's is only 10% off though, so.
Look, make my code 30%. I'll pay the back end royalties for it.
If you use my code, it's an additional 20%. So don't use my code unless you want to pay.
Wow.
Stack the codes. Yeah. Stack the codes.
We'll
have 90% off.
Use Mario's and then use Matthews and then it'll even itself out. Grace says, Mario, how deep did you fall in love with fall down the Wall XD rabbit hole?
Walls deep, baby.
There you go.
Walls deep. To the window.
To the wall. 16 Shooter says, I need a SDC ticket.
What?
Yeah, Trevor's been on the hunt. I've seen him posting everywhere looking for somebody to grab him a ticket. 4-day, looking for that 4-day ticket.
All right. We'll put the word out, Trevor.
Now, Trevor, do you think maybe through the Horseman or something, you guys can get some kind of a press badge or something? Just something to put out there, I
think
Trevor's got some friends in high places. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not like guest of honor or something for SDC.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, he should just be like, do you know who I am? And he'd be like, yo.
Do you know who I am? I'm 1-6 Shooter, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah. You see this beard? You see the hat? You know who I am. They're like, you look like Mario. What?
Don't say that. That's an insult. I think they like tighten up the restrictions on like the press badges and stuff.
Yeah, year. They did.
It's harder to get a ticket now. So
yeah, even when in New York Comic Con, it's harder to get a press badge because I applied I think last year and it was just like, man, this is like too much. I ain't got no website and all that. The hoorah. Like they literally, like legit want you like have a website like where they can go look at your stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me. Thanks for waiting for me, Dante. When I flew all the way out there to go see you.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Like you were there like the minute we left. It was like
New York.
Yes, last year,
Bro, Mario woke up that morning and said, "I feel like going to New York Comic Con today," and just jumped on a plane, got picked up at the airport, went there, came, and he made it a day trip.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. All right, fine.
You gave nobody enough time to make any arrangements.
Plus, my wife was not feeling good that day. She was with me, so I had to take her home. So that has to come first.
Yes, that's to come first. I forget.
Oh, yeah.
I just replay one story in my head, and you're at fault in that story. So, yeah, lucky for me, Machu was on his way there when I landed. I'm like, "Yo, pick me up." So,
hey, Steph, there you are.
I'm back. I'm back.
Changed his location. Now he's showing off all of his achievements.
Yeah,
now.
No delay. Let's go.
No delay. I love you guys, man. Thanks for waiting.
Oh no, we
got you. Bro.
I'll wait till hell freezes over for you, my friend.
Oh man,
Steph is worth the wait.
I was thinking about you guys.
He's like that bottle of Heinz ketchup that you set up on the roof. He's
waiting for the last minute. Like, come on,
you know.
That's it. A throwback. Wow.
And you get that perfect drop right on the burger. That's
there's no water in it. There's no water at all. It's just all ketchup.
No ketchup water. You didn't have to shake it. All ketchup.
All ketchup. No ketchup boogers.
Let's see. Matthew says, "I don't have a ticket either. Just let's hang outside and make outside the common place to be."
Heck yeah.
I've heard stories that outside you can do more outside than even inside for those days. Yeah. Like there's so much to do just outside. It's crazy.
Well, to be fair, like we only have tickets for 2 days. I think most of the fun is going to be had just hanging around with like the people in the community and balling up people and shenanigans at like the Enabler House or Toy Migo House, whatever the case is. So either way, just come through. We'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Well, I can't make it to South San Diego, but whoever's going to New York Comic Con, let's arrange a meetup.
Yo, definitely. I'm there. I'm there. New York Comic Con.
Try to make their thing. I mean, I usually go on Friday because Saturday and Sunday just real busy. But whatever works for everybody, I'll figure.
New York
it out.
was fun. Yeah, I liked it.
Oh,
it was great.
I usually hit like Thursday because it's nice and calm. Sometimes on Thursday.
Yeah.
I could just walk around and see everything.
Was the Mezco grabs them? Not that they haven't been there past couple of years. Like
no, because they've been doing the Mezco fair.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Last year brought me back to what New York Comic Con was.
Yeah,
because 21 was like abysmal, but last year was. I mean, it was not as crowded as like say 19 was, but it. They're back. Like Funko was there, Marvel was there. Like there was a presence. Super 7 had a booth. So they're coming back now. So I feel like, this year will be even better, hopefully.
And Artist Alley is always the main attraction too. We don't give those artists enough credit. They are the heart and soul.
Yeah, I love Artist Alley.
Great.
Yo, my God.
That's why I go on Friday. Because I've gone on Thursdays. I feel like that's more like of a press day and like exclusives day. And there's not a lot of like the celebrities and the artists don't show up on Thursday. So I'll spend half my day in Artist Alley and see as many artists as I can. I look at the chart where they're at and I go up and down and I write down. I bring comics with me to sign.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Like I planned it out. That's an excursion.
I'm telling you, if you want to make friends, Artist Alley is the best place to make friends because everybody is like super friendly down there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I made so many friends down at Artist Alley. It's not even funny. And just like, hey, yeah. I was like, I don't know if they're like, yes, I remember you. I remember you from last year. Yes, yeah. How you doing? Like,
yeah, they remember you. The artists remember you. If you take time, like you're not just there to get a signature and walk away. Unless you're Rob Liefeld, then
you're walking away with no
they
feet.
Remember you.
No, he's walking away with no feet and like a super bulgy chest.
Now Rob only remembers you if you're wearing a Deadpool costume or you're bowing at his feet.
Yeah, exactly. Todd McFarlane, like he doesn't even show up anymore. He's just like, I'm just here on a little television.
Todd is he. I know how you feel about his toys, and I know he's your illegitimate father. But Dude is so nice. When I met him last year at Comic-Con, like after his panel, it was he was the nicest dude.
I hate articulation.
Yeah, you know, I agree with him. He is super nice because, like I said, but the story I told many times, I'm not going to tell it again. He is
I don't
very
know,
nice.
Mario looks confused. I don't know if Mario knows the story.
Yeah, he adopted you, Dante. Why are you so
Yeah.
upset with Daddy Mac? Come on.
Yo, because it's the stuff I like.
Mac
You're
Daddy.
telling me you can't do things that people have done before.
You
Like,
know what?
It amazes me.
Have you seen Machu's latest photos and stuff? He's
You know
making those
what?
figures look pretty good. Somebody on the live mistaked a Batman for the Mafex Hush Batman. He's like, no, this is Daddy Mac.
That's Mac, baby. It's
Yeah,
Mac.
you can't make that mistake. You can't make
Anything
that.
with some
You
lighting
can't
and
make
some
that
filters, a little Photoshop.
I will say this. As much as I respect Pac, Photos, and Machu, they both collect the same DC McFarlane things. I love both of them. I love both of those guys to death. Yes, they take some great photos with those Todd McFarlane figures. There, I said it. We can move on.
Yes.
All right, somebody plastic clip that, please.
I know, right? Yeah.
I said it.
Plastic's not here.
Plastic will make a whole 6-minute video, like
Right. It'll be remixed.
he'll do a whole commercial. Yeah,
He'll make a promo video for Toddy Mac and it's
Right.
featuring Dante.
Yeah.
Oh,
The illegitimate stepchild finally confessed it. He one of them like them trashy newspapers that you see at the aisle like the supermarket.
well, I was just telling him I was in the supermarket today, and I'm looking at my wife, and I'm like, look at these magazines now. Like, there's the thing, it's like Better Homes and Gardens, but like the title of it says eggs. I was like, they had a whole magazine on eggs. Remember Weekly World News? And I was like, I don't know. I was remember Bat Boy and Elvis Lives,
yeah.
and like I was abducted by aliens. Remember those at the supermarket checkout lane?
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's the best. That was the only reason to go in the supermarket checkout
Old school
lane.
Reddit threads right there, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Bat Boy Lives. Like,
Oh,
dude.
Look, I see it now. Now Pac's all hyped up. He's got Matthew hyped. Oh, they're both all hyped up now. They're all hyped up in the comments.
Look at him go.
Oh
Hey.
no, I
No,
hyped them up.
look, you got to give credit where credit's due because I totally
Yes.
wrote those figures off. But I guess it really is about how you pose them and how you angle the photo and all that.
Yeah,
man. Like you could.
Sure.
I think that would be a good challenge. I was talking to Macho about it. We should kind of do like a.
I say, you know those Titans figures that only have like 4 points? There's the arms and the legs.
make
There's
that shit
just
look
12
good.
inch Titans. Come on, you get those 12. That's a challenge. You want a challenge? That's a challenge.
All right, now that you said that, Machu's on the way to pick up some of those figures right now.
He's like,
Those
yo, Jay,
12-inch
I need
Titans
some Titan
figures.
figures.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
All right.
Mod McFarlane's.
Yo, Matthew's on the phone with Jay now. He's like, Jay, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Todd Modfarlands. Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, what's going on, figuratively speaking? How you doing? Pax over. He's like, yo, I got this. I'm putting this on my phone now. I'm hitting the target right now. Oh man. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm glad everybody could be here hanging out with us. We got Mr. 796 Studios. We opened up the dance studio back open. You know, we got new bathrooms. The bathrooms are all cleaned up. The ceiling's not leaking anymore. You know, the floor is not buckled anymore from just the water dripping under it and having we renovated the place.
Yeah, we're up to
Put
code
it back.
now. We're up
Yeah,
to code.
yeah.
You know, it's been a while.
Grand
The dance
reopening.
studio, it's been closed for what? About a year now.
Yeah. Look,
Oh.
times are tough. Recession was hard on me.
He got his tax return back. That's it.
It is.
We got a bailout. There
Right.
we go.
Government
Oh,
bailed it
okay.
out. Said,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? We need this studio open for the kids. I was like, you know what? You're right. We got
For
to do
the
something for
kids?
the kids.
Let's do it, man.
For the kids. They're 20 and up.
The kidults.
Oh, no.
Right? The kidults.
No.
But Mario, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate you coming on here and hanging with us. So, you know, at this point, everybody knows already who you are. But, you know, for folks who don't know who you are, give a little backstory about who Mario is, who Mr. 796 Studios is, and how he came to be.
Yeah. All right. So currently, 796 Studios is just some dude hanging out in his kitchen playing with toys, just appreciating them. Haven't really been building much. However, I've been printing a lot. and messing with ZBrush, right? So I'm still a collector. I was a diode builder. I was a photographer. Now I can be whatever I want to be moving forward. So, and I think that's where I'm at right now. Like, where do I want to go? Because time is, I don't have much time, as you know, Dante, because we've been trying to chat for over a year now. But I don't know, man. I'm still a creator, still a tinkerer of sorts, and I still have that itch to create something, or at least start something, and possibly finish it. Maybe, most likely, don't finish it. But yeah.
And you just got a nice new toy.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I did. In January, I wasn't buying much figures, and I'm like, oh, okay, there's really nothing I want. I got all this money now. What do I do with it? It's just burning a hole in my pocket. And then I forgot. I think I was talking to Machu. He was printing out some heads, and I'm like, let me dust off the old printer. And
This was customs by Machu printing heads.
no, Machu Toy. So he bought a couple heads from Henrock, and he was painting them.
Oh,
so I started
gotcha,
painting.
yeah.
I'm like,
I was like, I didn't know Machu prints.
no, Machu doesn't print. He picked up some heads and he was painting them. So that led to me painting, to me saying, oh, you know what? I should print some more heads. I fired up the old, what was it? Just the regular Anycubic mono. Then you know how it is. You go down the rabbit hole of like looking into other printers. And I'm like, this isn't going to cut it. I saw that Anycubic had their 8K premium, M3 premium. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy this. So I got that. And then I just went into this rabbit hole of testing out different resins, messing with settings, messing with supports and all that. And then it led to that right there that you see. I mean, you could see the comparison. I mean, those are both at 0.02 layer height. And the complete difference that 8K makes, and the resin too.
That's insane. I mean, the resolution is fearless, man.
I can't see any layer lines, man.
Yeah.
That's what's the print time on those? Same print time?
No, actually. So for the mono, the print of 112 scale Rude Boy head, it would at 0.02, it was like 8 hours. For the M3 premium, like 4 hours. For whatever reason, the time has been cut drastically with the new.
And so better quality and less print time.
Yeah. And I don't know if you've seen the build plate on that thing. It's huge.
Massive.
Right? Massive, right?
Yes.
Which is a good and a bad thing. I mean, you can get a lot of prints in less time. But if you fail or you mess up and you got to do cleanup, it's taking me at least an hour.
Yeah,
I just cleaned up a failure. That's why I was having such a hard time earlier. It was so bad.
And that's where
we were talking before. I was just doing I just did a batch of Pokeballs.
Yeah.
And did 32 a lot, but I was greedy. And I was like, let me see if I can just get away with just one support on the Pokeball, you know? And out of the block of 30, 10 of them came out, and the other 20 were in different stages stuck to my FEP film. So, you know, lesson learned.
So
but the cleanup sucks.
That brings up a good. It reminds me of what happened, right? So when I first got that M3, and then I had a failure, I'm like, oh crap! Well, now I got to clean this up, and the vat's huge, right? And it holds an entire bottle of resin.
kg. Yeah. Wow.
So I'm over there and I'm trying to redump the resin back into the bottle through a filter. And for whatever reason, it overflowed the funnel and it spilled everywhere. And I was like,
I know that feeling.
And luckily for me, the resin was like super viscous. So I was able to clean it up pretty quick, but it was still, you know, because I'm at this point, I moved from the kitchen to the living room. And now I got resin in the living room, right? So at that point, I decided, okay, I need to do whatever I can to make sure that I don't have any failed prints because I don't want to mess with this anymore. Right? And it starts from, I think, from understanding how obviously the printing works, but also how supports work and dialing in your resin settings prior to going and making a print. Because I remember when right before I made that failed print, I was talking to Mike, I'm like, should I just go for it and use my old settings? Should I just do it, try it out? And then I did, and it didn't work. So now, before I print anything, I'm dialing in the resin settings, but I go in and I over support my stuff because I would rather have something that prints fully, right? And maybe
Hmm.
the supports aren't in a good place and requires a little extra cleanup. I'd rather clean up a print than clean my vat and go through that nightmare again. So
Yeah, man.
it's worth it to put in a little extra work before the print just to ensure you don't have to do more work if you do have a failure,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, before we go on, we got 2 super chats to go through real quick. One from Go Figure Go. Thank you very much. It says, I've never seen so many people that do diorama and diorama accessories in one place. Oh, thank you. I don't do crap.
That's his shtick. That's his shtick, though. Whenever you meet him, he's like, I do dioramas and diorama accessories. He's like Hank Hill.
Tell you what.
I'll tell you what. Do dioramas and diorama accessories.
Then we got another super chat here from Machu. Thank you very much. Says, I told Mario I'd rather buy a print off someone and just paint it, or else I go through the same long ass expensive journey he did.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand that. So to me, yeah, I don't mind printing up stuff for anybody. Like if they have the files, I have no problem printing it up. I'll print it up free in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Sure.
The only thing is, like, I always have a bad face, like saying, like, I don't know how much to charge you for it because I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think that's the hard part about it. It's like
I made myself a little calculator based on, like when you mock it, it tells you how much materials you're going to use.
Right.
So I do that plus say like 15-20%, and then the time I have like a set amount of money per hour that it takes to print.
Gotcha.
So I mean it's still reasonable.
Yeah.
It's not overcharging somebody, and if it's somebody like that I know, like a family member, I'm just going to print it for you. You know what I mean? Like, my wife needed cookie cutters for Easter, and I was just like, I'm not going to charge you, babe.
Can you imagine if you did charge? It's going to be $27 plus.
There are other ways of payment,
So turn like, what did you just say?
I would buy myself. So if I would pay $10 for something, I'll skim a little on top and sell it for that, because it's hard to put a price on your artwork or something that you've made.
It is
something that you
so hard
yourself. So it's always most times I end up giving stuff away for free.
Yeah.
If you ever order anything from the shop, it's like I'll just throw extra stuff in the bag. Like, here, just take more, just go, just have at it.
Actually, you know what? I did that this past week because I was printing out the Falcon heads from Diamond Art, and I, 2 people ordered them. And I was like, I had some extra stuff laying around. I was like, look here. I charged them $10 for the head. I was like, whatever. And I threw some extra stuff in there. I was like, no, just take it and go. Just go. Like, just
get out of my room.
Exactly. Here you go.
Here.
Have fun.
You throw it out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're garbage now.
It's great. I don't print out life-size Dragon Slayer swords.
Oh, speaking of Dragon Slayer swords, I this is what I was actually cleaning up earlier. It's this
let's see.
Huge
that's big
Buster sword. Kind of clearing out the old resin from the winter. Shout out to Mario. Mario sent me a link for a resin warmer. It actually saved all my winter prints. So that was huge.
Look at that.
Nice.
I gotta try that resin.
It's good stuff, man. Mix it with some.
Is that off-brand that Dante was using?
Yeah, the Rich Opto. Yeah, it has great color.
Yeah. That's a Rich Opto.
You got orange. You got green, blue, red, purple, pink. Mario.
Dante, you gonna share with the public your creation?
I guess.
I'm not to put you on the spot, but I mean it's beautiful.
Yeah, look, Steph's stuff is better than my stuff. Like,
it's great.
Nice. Did you mix in that flexible stuff with that?
Oh yeah,
Steph.
This is
not 72.
Breaking. This is all flex. Mix it all in with the flex. It's not going anywhere.
I still hate watching y'all do that, man. I hate watching y'all do that.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh, it gives me.
It's just, yo, you think about it. You think so? I still have the sword here. Like Stan Lee's holding it right now, the Conan sword. But yeah, look at it. Like, yo,
it's sword.
Like, yo, just like bend it and just go right back to where it was. Like, oh,
is that the TH-72?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't messed with that. I actually, they sent me a bottle of their anti-impact resin.
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty good, man. This
I
is a
did see
fully
that.
This is on the
articulated
Okay.
printed figure, you know.
Ooh.
The best way I could describe it is it feels like one of those like nylon washers and nuts, you know, like
Yeah,
screws.
yeah. That soft
Yeah,
plastic rubber type, yeah, in between that.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
soft. This thing was kind of a pain in the ass to dial in. But I
That's not a print in place, is it?
no, I had to print.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I resupported all the pieces and then printed it out because I upscaled her. So this is supposed to be 1/35th scale, but this is I upscaled to 1/24.
Mm.
So, but
Nice articulation.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's this is a file from Teco Toys. They have a whole library of awesome stuff. They got Macs and all kinds of stuff. I'm thinking though, like especially for the mechs, like the skeleton could probably print that in this resin, but then for like the shells and everything, I would print in like a high precision M70.
Yes.
Do a little
Yeah.
bit best of both worlds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't think I would want to print the entire thing in this kind of flexible material. It feels not gummy. It's soft though.
How do you think that would take paint though?
Yeah.
Would that take paint nicely?
That's the next step. I'm a little worried about that. So I printed this out maybe a few weeks ago, you know, just to account for like any sort of shrinkage, and let it fully, I guess, kind of cure or dry out.
I was gonna say, does that go through a normal cure process too, or you have to put it in
So-
the UV and everything?
Oh yeah. Post cure time is an hour. Yeah, I know. I let it sit there for an hour. Yeah, that's what they recommended, you know. Because it felt
What
like
if you put it in the microwave?
No.
don't put
Look.
your resins in the microwave.
You can like it does work. It
This is
depends.
the topic.
So
it's a running gag at this point.
yeah, this was in the microwave. Like I actually microwaved this one, and it came out pretty good.
I'm terrified of this technique.
No,
You
I
can't
don't
put in
know,
there. You
man.
can't put in there super long. Yeah, it's not. I would say
So-
probably like a 15, 10 seconds.
I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of fumes that emits. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Yeah.
Like,
That's
I
what I'm
put-
saying. That's why I messed up at because I left it in there for too long, and it did emit some bad fumes in there.
So that's another thing. This resin stinks. It is so potent, you know.
Oh,
as
really?
opposed
I don't
to,
want
like,
resin mac and cheese.
It's not good. I did put this. So after I washed it in the IPA, I put it in my dehydrator for a little bit, and it got like super soft. You can just kind of just pull the supports out at that point, but then it created some sort of like fumes, and I'm like, I don't trust it. I'm not gonna do that again. So I'll just let it air dry next time. But it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna paint this up next. And
I've never heard of someone putting their print in the dehydrator. I might try that.
It's
dude, the
incredible.
look, I keep on saying this, and no one believes me. The dehydrator is the freaking cheat code, man. You gotta
the
get
best.
it.
Yeah.
You gotta get it because it, like, especially like if you paint, right? You gotta wash your parts. You put it in there, it dries your parts clean, right? And it gets in all the crevices, and then you go and paint. Like, let's say you're using, I don't know, an extreme example would be like enamel paints, right? You know, it takes like a week to dry. You put it in there
Yeah, I know.
for an hour, it's fully dry and it's fully cured and it's fully hard.
I've been meaning to try. I did it once, but it ended up because I'm using, I'm using PLA with my prints,
Yeah.
and it actually, I think I had the temperature up too high because it actually curved when the paint dried,
Yeah.
it like pulled the edges of my print. So like I had a circle that I was printing, and it turned into a bowl.
Yeah.
Because the paint dried so quick with the warmth, it actually deformed the whole thing and made a bowl out of my print.
Yeah, I
Shrunk it.
put a PLA print in the dehydrator once, and it was at 122 degrees, so not too hot, but it did bow, and I think it has something to do with like just the layer lines. You know what I mean? Just the way it's
Yeah.
That's the nature of it. Yeah. They'll
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
bow. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I air
Steroids
dried that.
stacked, so yeah, it's gonna bow a certain because the heat dissipates
Yeah.
in one direction, kinda
Right.
like almost like a ceramic kind of a heat.
Oh yeah.
transfer.
I mean, probably a quarter of my prints that I do in PLA. Like I have to, I make the signs. So after a while, some of the signs bow out. So I'm sitting there, I got a heat gun, and then I press it. And then after I get it nice and warm, I put it between like 2 blocks of wood and just let it sit there until it cools, and that gets them nice and flat again. So it's just part of the process,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
Dude, another thing about that dehydrator, like let's say you get some figures and you want a custom, or they got some tight joints, throw the figure in there for like 10, 15 minutes. It evenly warms up, right? So instead of using, there you go.
Yeah.
The joints are loose. Yeah, you could pop joints
I just
out.
use it to make jerky, so I'm going to start.
I don't think you want to use it for food after you put all this stuff in there, but
yeah, probably not. But
yeah, but it's
well, I mean, I'm in the market for a new one, so the old one can.
I guess I'm in the market for one as well because I don't have one.
They're not that expensive. They're like $60.
No.
Yeah, they're super
for a
cheap.
decent one.
It's
If
the
you jump on
best.
Amazon. It's
Oh, you said the right word, Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. That's where you get it from, dude. It is the most valuable tool I have in my arsenal. I use it almost every day.
I mean, I'll throw a roll of PLA in there. If I haven't used it in a while, and it's just, I know it's a little brittle, I'll throw it in there for like 6 hours, and at like 105 or so, and then it dries out beautiful.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, a lot of people are saying ML Series says I always use my dehydrator for action figures. Your boy's got toy says I washed myself in some IPA last night. And Greg said he put himself in a dehydrator. Matthew said, "Wait, you worried about
trying to earn points,
right?"
Yeah, she knows what's up.
All the points.
Matthew says, "Wait, you worried about the fumes you printed in your kitchen table?"
I wear a respirator. I'm good. The kids,
everybody else is knocked out on the floor sleeping.
Makes it strong.
Please.
Matthew says, "Yo, Steph, what about some optic blast effects?"
Yes, that's I've been meaning to get back into the energy effects. Working on some new designs. So look for that real soon. I wanted to kind of work out the kinks with my my hardware. So when it was really, really hard, I was kind of transitioning from my MacBook to a new laptop, fixing up all the busted parts of my Saturn. So now I'm in a space where I finally have everything working. Everything is working. It has been like this in quite.
I think I left my violin here somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. But yes, look out for that real soon.
So since it's Damien's,
there we go.
This is Damien's fault right here on this one. So
zoom it in.
Let's see if I can get it to pop. There you go. So
Robbie,
for everybody who's like hype for Robbie Reyes, I was just messing with this. I found this file free on Thingiverse. So if you have a printer, you can do this on Thingiverse.
We're gonna buy from you, Dante.
I can't sell something that's not mine because there was already issues with it. There was already a big hoodoo about it. I'm not doing that. No way.
Yeah, there was drama.
But I did what Steph was saying.
Beautiful.
I added the red in there into the orange, the clear orange. If I can get this to sit right, and put the flame effect, and got that flame effect. Yeah, I was really kind of excited. The more like the head print out fine, but I was really kind of more excited to see how the flame effect would turn out.
That flame is so good.
It looks OEM.
So you started with the vat of orange, and then you just poured a little bit of the Elugu red in there, and just kind of let it do its swirl thing.
Yeah, it's been sitting. You know what? The funny part is, it's been sitting in there for at least probably like a month.
A month?
Oh, the red mixed in has been sitting in there.
Yeah.
All right, so it's pretty well homogenized at this point.
Yeah, but yeah, gotcha. So I still got to try to play out the side flames, but yeah, this is kind of. I think like what makes this more pop is the flames. Like the flames themselves make.
Is there a spot on the mouth for that for those flames to like kind of lock in? Oh, I see a little hole there. I see it now.
Yeah.
When you turned it, I see it.
Yeah, I had to actually carve out that hole a little bit. Even the hole for like the middle flame up here, I had to carve it out a little bit with an X-Acto knife to get it to stay in there.
Did you? Do you have to change the settings to use that clear colored resin?
Yes.
I don't actually. That's interesting.
Really?
I don't change my settings. I have everything tuned in to cater to flex. So most of my ratios are 50-50 and they print just fine.
See, I have to because with Elugu, like sometimes when you use a different is it Yeah, Elegoo. When you use the Elegoo printers, sometimes it doesn't always go well with different resins.
No, almost never, almost never.
Yeah.
But for some
So you
reason,
Mhm.
Yeah, and they had like a nice little Excel sheet with like, hey, if you're using this resin, this is what you need to tune it to, like, which is great. I love it because I'm like, all right, so I can save this profile. So when I need to use this color or use this resin,
Mhm.
I can just switch it to this profile real quick on
Right.
that printer, and I'm done.
Right, right. What I do also, I tend to go on the high end as far as my exposures go. I'll do like a 60 burn-in, even though they'll recommend like a 45 to 50. I'm like, nah, give me that 60. I want to make sure these things are sticking to the build plate.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, I always do a 60-second.
Really?
Yeah.
First like 4 layers is like 60 seconds.
Yeah, 3.5 on the on every layer and 5 or 6 layers just to make sure. I'd rather struggle getting some off a build plate than having nothing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
that burn-in, those burn-in layers are so vital, especially for like your failed prints and stuff. Like I
Mhm.
hate scraping stuff off of the build plate. For my old for the
Mhm.
mono, I had a flex plate and that was great, right? But
Oh yeah, I want to get one of those.
it was good for like the smaller printers, but for the big printer, like not, and especially if you know how to like, well, if you can like get it dialed in to that sweet spot where it sticks, but then you can still pop it off. Like I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Like, so everyone here has tried the Soraya Tech Fast Navy Gray, right?
It's the best.
Uh,
It's the
It
best.
I
it's
somewhat.
good. It's too brittle for my liking, just a straight, right? But it's a forgiving resin. It's easy to dial in. I remember the burn-in layers for me was I think 40 seconds, 4 layers, and with this new printer, there's transition layers. You guys know
Yeah.
about that? Yeah,
Yep.
and
Mhm.
I think that's like the cheat code for that.
Yeah.
I use 6. Well, yeah, I use 6 transition layers. So when I tried the M70 resin, I had my burn-in time 40 seconds, 4 layers, 6 transition layers for the M70, and it didn't work. I had like 4 failed prints, and like I finally got it. You know what the burn-in layer time is for this?
If that's a
A
minute, I'm
hun-
gonna be.
That's got to be it.
120 seconds. 120 seconds, 2 layers,
2
and then
minutes.
with
Wow.
6 transition layers. But I mean, it's whoop, cover
Hey,
that up.
whoa, hey now.
I'm trying to show the face.
Got some
Like,
cheeks in there. Yeah, that's
Oh,
was
she
the
has a
face that you
face?
were showing at first.
She has a face. I had no idea.
Look kind of cheeky there, Mario.
my bad. I mean, hey, you knew what you were
What are
signing
we
on.
printing? Why are
Exactly.
these files?
But it's and here's that same resin painted like on the fenders and stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that car, how that car turned out.
It's stuck in this mode for right now. I still got to do some more work to it, but the thing is I got to build a dial for it, right?
Right.
So I don't know, but
Now,
man, it's great.
So for the windows, what did you use?
For this?
Yeah.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is
Kit?
an actual kit. The only thing that's printed,
Okay. I
yeah,
thought you
the
printed
only thing
that
that's
out.
printed are the wheels and the body kit, right?
Printing
But
the
like the main
mods.
chassis
Okay.
and the windows is still part of the kit. So it's like an upgrade.
You designing those mods like on a ZBrush and like you're like
Oh.
sitting there with a caliper and
If I had the skills to design this stuff, I wouldn't be here.
Honda or something or Porsche. You can work at Porsche.
Um,
I don't know. So that's like something in like that community that like they had there's files out there for those kits.
yeah, I got those files specifically from Black Box STL, and that guy he's a wizard. He's a wizard, man. He's got a ton of kits out there, and one of the concerns I had when I first printed this out, I'm like, is this really gonna fit? Because like if you ever built like a garage kit with resin, like
That's what I'm saying. With the scale and then what for resin you're printing and shrinkage and everything else, like to have a nice fit.
it fit perfect. I didn't have to do. I mean, obviously you have to cut like some of the kit, but it fits flawless. So I don't know what he did. He must have had like the original files for the car to just kind of go over. I have no idea, but
that's just amazing. Like it's not just the 3D printing community is for everybody. It's for car guys. It's for Gundam guys. It's for action figure guys. It's for Dio. It's for everybody. There's files for everything out there, no matter what your flavor. Like it's out there, man. It's crazy.
And I'm saying, man, this is like, what a hell of a time, man. Can you imagine if we had this technology when we were kids? Like, Machu said earlier, like he'll Machu will just buy, won't even go down that creative path or whatever, or the money pit. Just buy it, right? But like, I have the printer, I have ZBrush. Like, we can create anything we want now. We just have to obviously know how to do it. But like you saw the quality of those prints, the different types of resins. Like, we can create our own toys,
and that's now, dude. Like, that wasn't possible a year ago.
No,
that wasn't possible.
No.
What is going to be next year? Like, what's going? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. Like, I think we touched on this once before. It's like when we played Mortal Kombat on the Sega Genesis. Like, that was the best graphics you were ever going to get. There's no way you're ever going to get better graphics. You're playing first Gran Turismo. These are the best cars. They look like real cars when we were kids. Now you can't even tell if you're watching a video game or you're watching real life.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're doing that with 3D printing now. We're doing that with other technologies now, where every year it's just getting better and better and better.
It's a second industrial revolution. You're talking about folks turning hobbies into real live entrepreneurship and taking it to the next level. Third-party China is not third-party China anymore. They're coming for the big boys, the Hasbros, the Mezcos. And that all stems from 3D printing. Within the Legions community, there's this Asian Legions community, and the stuff they're cranking out is sensational. Designs, the engineering.
Well, I've seen some of them in the Cabal. It's just nuts, man.
Yep. We can prototype literally anything. A guy like me who has very little technical savvy skills and doesn't know his head from his arse.
That's not what all those degrees say behind you.
Right. Them degrees are keeping him warm at night.
But we can jump on and just kind of make, again, things that were once ideas, imagination, we can make them tangible. Finally, it's just nuts, completely bananas.
I got my first 3D printer, and I printed something. I printed a jawbone to hold business cards, right? And you've seen it at my shows. I use that at my table. And the first time I made that, and I brought it upstairs, and I showed my wife. She looked at me, and she's looking at this thing, and she's looking at me. She goes, "You made this?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "So this did not exist in the world until you just made it." I was like, "Exactly." Like, it was nothing, and I just created this out of plastic.
Like a bunch of Frankensteins.
Exactly. So why did you guys, like, what was the deciding factor to jump into printing for you guys? I remember what it was for me.
I wanted to make cool stuff for myself. I wanted to make like a battery caddy. Like, I wanted to, what I'm saying? Like, for real, I wanted to make like a desk caddy. Like, I wanted to make like skull cups. I just wanted to make cool stuff for myself. And I made cool stuff, and I started making cool signs for my collection. And then it caught wind, and that was the end of it. And I still have never made a desk caddy for myself at this point.
It's reproducibility, really. As a customizer, I was able to make pretty much anything I wanted. But then you try to make it again, it's never the same twice.
Right.
Into 3D printing, 3D design, you can, with great facility, make something, edit it, print it, and it comes out the exact same way every single time. So much so that, you can share it with your friends, you can sell it, you can do whatever you want with it, but you have the template, and it's there forever, and nothing is lost. I know, unique artwork is just as important still, but having that opportunity to make copies and to reproduce the work, that's huge. That's huge.
To have the ability to say, "Oh, if I break it, I could just make another one," is freedom. Right? That is true freedom. I remember when I first got, what was the first printer I got? It was some entry level. It was like $100, but I remember I got it because there's this. I don't know if it's a third party.
Wasn't a MakerBot. We know that because there ain't no MakerBot's $100.
No. It was an Anycubic. I think it was just a photon, regular photon. Okay. But I had got that because there was this seller that sold SHF Common Writer peg neck extensions, and just sold out. I'm like, I need those, and it was like, kind of a pain to track those down. I'm like, you know what? If I buy this printer for $100, I could just make my own, and I did.
Mm-hmm.
And that, again, having these printers provides some sense of freedom. Like I don't have to rely on some vendors to make something or reproduce something or have to wait till it's in stock. I could just print my own stuff,
Exactly.
Mhm.
No more middleman.
Mhm.
Yeah, the reason mostly is because of figures at the time. I wanted more accessories, like like the stuff that you wanted to have for like a photo, like you wanted to have those boxes, those containers there for like when you're taking pictures.
Sure.
Like, hey,
Yeah.
like I want it for this setup, I want it for this scene. So that was
Mhm.
kind of the reason why. But I had always been interested in it. When I forget, it was a magazine. It was like I think it was Wired magazine at the time.
Yeah.
When they were talking about it, and it was just MakerBot that was on the block doing it for consumers at that point.
Yeah.
And then getting one of those, it was like, yo, this is great. And then MakerBot started going into like starts dipping out of taking their toes out of the consumer water, and was like, yo, forget all the consumers. And I was like, all right. So I got a Robo 3D printer, which was fun for a while until that thing started going on his last leg. I was like, all right, let me check out resin. And he looked back since.
Yeah.
But resin to me, like it makes it more faster, and I can print out more stuff on it without
Yeah.
having so much issue. Don't get me wrong, I love my PLA. I like PLA printers, but resin, like I'm like, yo, I can crank these out a little bit faster than PLA because I gotta sit there and figure out, all right, why is the heat not working? What's going on with this piece?
I'm going through it right now with my FDM printer right now. In fact, like,
see,
and I got a show on Saturday. Like, I'm like,
Oh no.
I'm like, no, this is the worst time to break down right now.
right.
Yeah.
And you know what's the worst part? Is like I print out one thing, and I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm ready to sell these, and then the printer's like, nah, you ain't selling nothing. Forget that.
Yeah. Oh, you thought you had it planned? Oh, you thought you were good? Nah.
Exactly. It's like I'm gonna give you a reason why you ain't gonna be selling nothing right now.
Mhm.
FDM will always have a place in my heart. That's what I started with. And it's good for some things, like for diodes and stuff, like Windows, especially. You can kind of get away with it.
Yeah.
But ever since I like the technology for resin, I think is just more accelerated for FDM.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if FDM has peaked.
At FDM,
what.
you're not going to get the resolution. Like FDM has kind of reached its peak, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like you can't get a smaller nozzle. You can't get smaller steps. I mean, you can, but you're printing in a tangible plastic material that has limits. Whereas the resin, your limit really is a pixel. How small of a pixel? Like,
Right.
the how small is the particulate in your resin,
Right. And there's limitations too on how the FDM prints. Like if you need to print something with supports, whereas there really is no limits for resin printing, right? Like
stacks.
Yeah, resin stacking is another cool thing.
Yes.
Tenko Toys does that. That's insane. But like
I can still gotta figure out to do that.
I'll grab this print in a little bit, and I was kind of worried about, like, I admit I paid people on Fiverr to support my stuff, and I'm like, you know what, screw this. I need to learn how to do it. And now I feel like I am capable of supporting anything. I got to grab this Monkey King and show you.
Yeah, go ahead, because we got a couple comments to go. We got a lot of comments to go through real quick. Andrew M says Dante still get employee Amazon discount. I wish. High School Creation says it can't get to 1 million though. 1,000,000 though. Yoko says I respect the effort. Yo boy got toy says nice, something to go with the ramen car. I'll have to talk to the creator about this in this one, because I don't want to be in no hot water like the issue that was happening already. So
just redirect them, and then you can offer a printing fee.
Yeah, I can do that. I will split the money with the person who created, because I had no problem doing that. Matthew says 120 seconds. That's crazy. When Lou says, "Whoops, Peach, demonetized." Plastic clip that. There's a lot of stuff already plastic clip from this. Builder Beer said that Porsche High School Creation is sick. Let's see. Kenny Woody says, "What's up, peeps? How you doing, Kenny?" Matthew says, "What's funny is growing up, I used to listen to my uncles talking in mechanical terms, and I love all this 3D printing talk. Thank you. Right. It gets wild in this community. Greg says sci-fi ship model community. There are files for so many out there. Yes, yeah, there are. Matthew says I was printing camera accessories. I print out battery caddy. Hey, high school Grace says, here's your code, Dante. IE creators. Hey, I don't know how much percent you get off, but you know, it feel legit.
3.5%.
Hey, look, if it's like 0.5% on your order, I'll take it.
50 cents off your order of $100.
Exactly. Point was it like 0.010% off your order? There you go. Hey, it'll help in the shipping. Trust me. Greg said the story of how D. Blakes became the Lord of Signs. Matthew says, what about printing prototypes and then casting?
Yeah,
I want to try.
FDM has a place for that too. I've done that for other people where I've printed, but the block basically and then they'll silicone it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, what's the point of casting if I could just print out?
If you could just print it, right?
Yeah.
The bell curve for casting is so flat. You get so many opportunities for failure, and you end up having to make new molds. They get worn out. You know, it's that typical curve. But with resin printing, as long as the machine is, your consistency is all the way across.
Yeah,
exactly. Grace says, Matthew, I think some do merge the two fields. It requires a second skill set and equipment. Yeah, prototyping. Casting is. I want to try it, but then I see how much work it takes. I'm like, I'm not. Look, 3D printing is already enough work. I don't need something. And then the machines are like the what is it? The I forget what it's called. The caster itself. Was it the heat? I forget what it's called. The rounds.
You got the pressure pot. You got the vacuum chamber.
Yeah. Those two.
I've done that before. It was kind of fun because I would cast old Marvel Universe like heads and limbs, and then just repaint them. And you can. I remember Magneto only came with like the C grip hands, right? And some other figures had like an open hand. So I chopped off the peg. I glued it to an open hand, and then I casted that, and I repurposed it for like an open hand. But printing's where it's at now, especially with like newer, like more durable resins and stuff.
Especially if you can scan it in and then just print it.
Oh yeah,
there.
Scanners too. That's another.
You guys got to try that anti-impact. So good.
I gotta try. Yeah, I want to get some.
Crazy. Now, how are the supports on that,
dude? All over the place. I mean, supported the tail, the finger, like this scarf thing. That was kind of a pain, right? And then, like, I'm in there for like days looking for islands, right? And there was a hidden island like underneath the scarf. So the first print, it kind of laid flat. You see that little gap?
Yeah.
So you have to put in mini supports, but this was the piece that I'm like, okay, if I can support this, man, I can support anything.
The tail, the scarf,
There's another one too.
While Mario's looking for that, there's a quick question from Trevor. Says, do you use lychee slicer? I do. I use Chichi box.
Whatever you gotta use.
Mario talks about it so much, I feel like I use it.
Lychee Pro is the best bang for your buck. I don't know. I just like it better than Cheetah Box. It's more intuitive, I guess, user friendly. I don't know. And the Pro version, like you can really dial in your supports, like the tips, amount of penetration you want. It's
just turn from creating to something else. I'm sorry, folks.
for easier cleanup, like I swear, I just pull the print out. I get it off of the plate. I just pull it off. The supports just fly. Minimal cleanup. You know what I mean? This one was a pain to support.
Sheesh.
And this thing,
oh my gosh,
Turbo Kit. I mean, because like look at all the bends. I had to go in and support this stuff. Like orientation is also key. Right?
Oh, huge. Yeah.
I didn't want to like print it.
You have to think
right?
upside
That would probably
down.
be like the proper orientation. Yeah.
So
I did it flat like
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
And I
Safest way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
supported
it.
the hell out of it, and it's so good, man.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's why I think that's why I use Shuji Box, because like when I hit like the platforms, it automatically puts in all the supports that it needs in the spaces that it wants it to be. Which I'm
Right.
like, good. Like I don't have to sit here and kind of guess. I can go in and add and remove, but it makes it easier for me to have it there listed there and automatically do it. Well, that looks good.
Mono wheel, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upscaled for 118.
Oh yes, we need that
Oof.
big
And
time.
I could put this with my acid rain stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And I love this resin so much. That Soraya Tech Fast Navy Gray was my favorite, but this,
Mm.
even though it does require a little bit more work, it's so good, and it's not as brittle, right? It's still brittle. Like these handlebars will snap off, but
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you mixing the 72 TH72 in there with it, or is it you just leaving it as it is?
This is straight M70. I haven't even cracked open the bottle of TH72. Just
Okay.
for whatever reason, I like to use, like, let's say this FEP has been exposed to M70. That's all it's going to do. Like I have 2 different vats, right? I bought an extra one just for that, so I can go back and forth between the resins. I'm sure it's fine, right? But
just to make sure it doesn't get cross contaminated. And
yeah, because like you know, in the like crevices where the FEP meets the VAP,
yes,
you're never gonna get that out, you know.
Oh,
And by the way,
hold on. I got something for that.
You got something?
Got something for that?
Go ahead. I was changing the FEP on my M3, and
how many screws is that?
I'm trying to remember, because you have the screws on the outside, and then once you take then you have more screws. So it was like
the little ones. Yeah.
God, probably like 30 something screws.
Sounds about right.
And I'm like, never again. It's much more convenient to just buy an extra vat.
An extra vat,
$20,
right?
it's already pre-installed.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do that.
This right here, best friend, spray away glass cleaner.
It'll get in there.
You know what? I've heard other people use that too. I've seen that in forums. Actually, now you're showing me that.
So when you clean your vat, so I spray in alcohol first. I let that kind of soak around in there, and then I wipe that out, and then I'll spray this in there, so it leaves no streaks behind. I try to leave as many streaks in there from the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard a lot of people using glass cleaner instead of IPA in some cases, because they say it's like, if you don't have IPA and you're short, use glass cleaner because the alcohol is high.
Don't use Windex. Windex doesn't work.
Okay.
No. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to
Windex
know.
it doesn't do anything. It makes it like
I use
worse.
When I'm cleaning my vat, I have a spray bottle from the dollar store. I put IPA in there and I spray that down.
Yeah.
And I let it swish around a little bit. I have a soft brush that I got. One of those also from the dollar store. It's used to scrub vegetables. You ever see those? It's like a little handheld thing.
Yeah,
I use that, and it's a nice soft bristle brush, and I use that, and it gets all in the corners. And I give another spray with the IPA, and it all cleans up nice.
Yeah.
Do you use any kind of release agent? Do you use any kind of Teflon in your vat before you fill it with resin?
No, I don't. So the FEP that I have is that new FEP from Anycubic, where it's a little like, how do I describe it? It's kind of textured. You know, you've seen those screen protectors before where it's like an anti-glare screen protector.
Right.
The FEP kind of
almost like a matte.
Yeah. But then when you lay it flat on the screen, it's clear.
It goes completely.
It's so weird. And they said that helps with like releasing the FEP or the print from the FEP.
Okay. Look into that.
The little suction action.
Kind of like when you get the on an FDM printer and you get those magnetic build plates. You know, they have a texture. Yeah. They have a very fine texture that lets everything pop up off of them.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, because I've been using that Teflon spray, that 3-in-1, whatever it's called, that blue bottle, and it works good. It does.
Look at that.
That's nice.
Yeah, I think I needed that for like the old, my old printer, because like I'd have prints that just stick way too much to that FEP. But for the M3, I haven't had that issue.
That is such a great fit. Look at that, man.
Dude, it is. It's flawless, man. This is the design goals right here. I hope to be Nissan one day.
You know, would be great if the clear, like the clear resin, will work great for the windshields. Like if you guys, because I know you
Right.
can get it clear enough where you can see
Mhm.
through it, like almost like glass. If you can get that clear enough, that would work perfectly in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Real-
thought there was a way to get it to
there
like
is
the post,
Uncle,
like
Uncle Jesse.
buffing it out or something, polishing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta watch
I
Uncle
think
Jesse.
I think I just
yeah,
last
he'll tell you.
tested. Adam Savage just did it with the Mandalorian helmet, where he sprayed it with the crystal clear Rust-Oleum
Yeah.
very lightly, because what that does is it kind of gets into all of those little divots and just kind of clears it all up. So like
Mhm.
he sprayed a Mando helmet with the clear, and it became mirror finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think Uncle Jesse did the same thing, but he was experimenting too with which like different ones to get.
That's
Like
why I love
a
Uncle
clear.
Jesse. He just
Yeah.
he'll just try things and just say, "Here,
Exactly.
this worked, this didn't. This works, this didn't."
Right.
You know?
That's all it
I'm
is,
on it.
trial and error.
Yeah, it's trial and error. That's how we all learn, right?
Yeah.
That's how we've all figured all this stuff out. That's why we're here.
Mhm. Yeah.
Let's see. We got some more comments to go through real quick here. Let's
Yeah,
see.
you gotta highlight Mike's when you get to it.
Okay. Mike says Mario talks about Lychee so much I feel like I use it. Your boys got toys says I used the code and added 15%. I'm surprised. Don says IE creators code added 20% to your order. Like I'm not surprised. No, don't be surprised if it adds more on there. And they use the Mario code and adds 30% more on there. Don says I used to cast stuff when my brother was doing cosplay. It's not too hard, just time consuming, which I figure. Mike says code is 25% for the duration of the show.
No, he's serious. That's legit.
Oh, is
You
it?
gotta pin that. That's
nuts. I'm about to
you
order
gotta
right
pin
now.
That. That's what I'm saying. I'm about to go
Oh.
on there and
I'm about
order
to
another
order some
set of
corners.
corners and walls. Yeah.
Oh man.
That's insane.
Oh man. Okay. So IE creators is the code to go use for the duration of the show. You got about 20 more minutes left for this
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, you guys better share this.
Highschoolcreations.com, guys.
Yeah.
Highschoolcreations.com. Get on there. Order your walls. If you missed out on that
Yeah.
Kickstarter.
Thank you, Mike. I
25%
was
off.
just joking. I expect you to make a code that quick.
I know. That's Mike, man. That's Mike.
Yeah.
He's the most generous dude. Like that's
That's
Mike.
a fact.
He is. That is true. When I met him at Joe Fest for that year, that first year I went, I was like, man, why do I feel taller than everybody?
You are taller than everybody.
Mike's
bro.
great. I was like, hey, how you doing? That's why I want to do the Mario. Be like, hey, Mario, how you doing down there, buddy?
Pat him on the head.
Hey, how you doing?
That
Give him
code
a
is now
mushroom.
expired.
You go mushroom
Code's
kid,
expired
man. Yo, yeah, this is the worst time for to be a name Mario.
I'm trending, bro.
It's
trending. They be like, "Hey Mario, you don't like mushrooms? I got you. I got you." Matthew says, "Say you have to print something in pieces because it's a large object. It could take you days to print each piece, but if you print out a master and put it together and just cast it, that could save you time. I'd rather print out pieces and take days. I'm fine with that. Like I said, like even with my cane thrones, it takes like it's one full piece, but it takes like a whole 24 hours to print out.
Mhm.
I'd rather just
I've
do
tried
that.
casting my signs. Like I've made masters of my signs, and I sealed them up nice, and I set them down, and I got the silicone, and I did the whole thing, and I made a nice mold. I said, you know what? By the time I'm buying the resin, I'm making the molds, and I have to wait for the resin to cure. It takes just as long to print one sign I can print a sign in 3 to 4 hours.
Right.
You know. So in that time and materials, it's not worth me casting them. So it really all depends on the project you're doing.
Yeah, even if you upscale to fiberglass shell casting, it's still not worth the time and effort.
Yeah,
Casting
fiberglass.
material is expensive. I
Sure,
used to run through Smooth on like nobody's business, and I'm like, damn, I'm broke. Like, it's very expensive.
And then are you roto casting? Or are you casting a solid? Like that's another thing. Like,
yeah, roto casting is
like there are people that are cranking out Mando helmets. Like that's fine. They got the mold and they're roto casting it, and those are guys that have shops. Those are guys that are doing that. Like they've got the account with Smooth on. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not us working out of our garages and our basements. You know, like we're the everyday people. You know.
The ones who are falling out dead, be like, "Hey, what's going on down here?" I'm all right. It's just the resin smell getting to find us dead somewhere. Find us laid
And
out
my
in the
wife's like, I can
basement.
smell that. I can smell it upstairs.
Exactly. Hey, cut it out. Put something on there. Get the spray.
Put the fan on.
All right. Andrew M says, yes, the minimum work is to pull out. Greg says, Mike is like the king of Crossroads Crawley, tempting us to spend as we watch. Mike's work. Hey, Mike put in that work. I ain't mad at you. I'm super proud. I'm happy for Mike, and I'm proud of Mike. He did it. He's doing better than I am because I can't put two things together to put this out.
No, for real, the amount of work that goes into starting a Kickstarter and like prototyping and like bro, kudos to Mike. I tell him all the time, bro. Like I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
couldn't do it.
Trevor says Lychee is great. It's a great support work. Matthew says, "Damn, do I need to order more corners?" That's is that a question? Yes, you need to.
You might as well, man.
Yeah,
Matthew, this has been announced. Matthew is the number one supporter, the number one like largest order on the Kickstarter, and then he just probably did the same thing for the corners. I don't think you need more corners, brother. But dude, go for it. You can put them out there. You can just build. I said Matthew's gonna build like a hamster maze out of walls and corners. He's just gonna have lefts and rights and ins and outs.
He's gonna build an actual house. He's gonna live in Wall XD.
Inside Wall XD, yeah.
You know what? It was funny. It'll confuse all those McFarlane toys he has. They like, we can't get out.
McFarlane's gonna.
He's created a labyrinth, and I'll give him my David Bowie figure. You can put that right in the middle.
Buried by
Hey, Alex, what's going on? Says inform the show, fellas. Good stuff. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you. Miss you, Alex.
That's our goal.
Miss you, buddy. Greg says, Mr. Hot Toys himself. Hey, Alex. Andrew M says, Dante, you are a giant. I'm not that of a giant. I'm only 6'1". I'm only 6'1". I'm about to say
you are not only 6'1" because you're tall.
I am.
6'1". Really?
Yeah, I'm only
6'1". Then I'm 5'10", and I'm not 5'10".
Only 6'1".
I'm only 6'1".
I gotta go back and look at that picture of us because I'm like that 5'11", 6 foot range. So
yeah, so you're close. I mean, I'm 6'1". That's it. I just got these long arms to make it look like I'm taller.
No, I'm saying if he's 6'1", the way he towers over me, that means that I must be like 5'9", 5'10", but I know I'm not.
Look, like my basement is ceiling so small. Like I can reach the basement ceiling right now.
6'1" sitting down.
Yo, see, I'm not taking this abuse right now. Greg says Matthew is going to build an old Windows screensaver maze.
That Doom.
You're gonna see me falling first, pop out, like, no! Get out of here, Ray Liotta, Batman. Yeah,
Batman.
Dad, y'all just really gonna mess with me about my height? Don says only 6'1". I'm 5'8.5". The half inch is important in my height. Yo,
I got to see all these guys. I got to see Steph and Dom and all these guys last week, man. That was awesome.
Yes, at the Wayne Toy Show. Yeah, I wish I could have made it out there.
Yeah, I saw Trevor earlier today. We went to a little comic show local just to check it out to see if it was worth jumping in on. But it was good to see Trevor yesterday and you guys last week. And I have this this hunger, this starving feeling every time I don't see you guys. I'm like, I'm not myself, so I need you guys to keep me healthy. So it's
definitely we'll definitely do that for you.
That's it.
We can always look, I'm always happy to see everybody. And like I said, I am a true introvert, but I'm always happy to see everybody. It's always a good time. Always have a great time.
Nice. Your boy got toys, took advantage. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, it did.
Nice.
He says got 2 wall corner states for discount, Mike and Dante. Hey, don't thank me. That's Mike. He made the discount code for y'all. I appreciate you. But that was all Mike. Hey, look, that's the first time we've been using a good life for on that website. We ain't adding no 50% onto anything. But man,
But yeah, man, we got it's show season now, right? So we got reasons to meet up. We got reasons. We got
Exactly.
New York Comic Con. We got Toy Cons. We got Legions Cons. We got all that good stuff, man. So
Which
do
is
it
which
up.
is the best con to go to out there?
I mean, depends
I
on what
had
you're
to
looking to
choose
do.
one.
I mean, you've been to New York Comic Con, right? So
Yeah.
Comic Con is a
You
Comic
just-
Con, right? It's a con. If you
Yeah.
want to, if you're looking to go for like toys, like probably Toy Con is probably one of the better
You
ones.
love Toy Con, man.
You would love
Toy
Toy Con.
You'd love Chris Con. That's happening in
Yes,
July
Chris
in
Con.
Massachusetts. I got the table out there this year, but
Like,
definitely
But that's
Toy
only
Con.
1 day show. Chris Con's only a 1 day show.
Yep.
Toy Con's a 2 day show, and Legions Con is like, if you're into that, dude, Legions Con is off the chain.
well, I'm waiting for my cosmic stuff to come in, and then
Mhm.
Same here.
I'll be able to attend Legion's Con. You know,
You can
Yeah.
still
Yeah,
attend without it.
PowerCon in Ohio. It's happening in August.
Yeah, Power
We'll
Con's
be able to
big.
pick up some cosmic stuff there. That's it's gonna be a great show. Great show.
I
Oh,
mean,
they're
if
gonna
you're
have
not
comic stuff
talking
at
like
the
the
Power Con?
big time shows like C2E2 or
Yeah.
a actual Comic Con that's done by Reed Pop, like those promotion companies, like that's selling out a convention hall. Like if you're just looking for like where the toys are and where like the people come to chill, like that's it. Toy Con, Power Con, Legions Con, you know, those are the shows. Chris Con's a great show. Again, it's just great for meeting people and hanging out and seeing everybody come together. They're really fun places.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
So if you're looking for a day trip, Toy Con is June 10th and 11th in
Oh.
Parsippany, New Jersey.
huh? Maybe I'll check it out.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm gonna peer pressure you to death now.
There you
You're
go.
coming,
Thank you,
you're coming to Toy
We'll,
Con.
we'll come pick you up at the airport. One of us will come get you.
Does Jersey even have airports? We'll find out later.
Wow.
They just bring you on a boat. They bring you like, we'll take you to New York and you just got a boat into Jersey. Don't worry.
Dude, I'll parachute in. I don't care.
Jump in.
I'll
He'll
just
take the
fly through the
boat like
sunroof.
Indiana Jones. He'll just jump out, open up the boat, and float down.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Your
Yeah,
boy the toy said, finally known a celebrity like Dante pays. Look, I am not a celebrity, sir. I am just a regular dude doing regular things. And I'll keep on saying that till I'm done.
Hollywood Dante. Yeah.
Yo,
remember.
no, I'm not big time Kevin now. Come on now. Nah. Kevin's big time. He got stars from Mandalorian coming on the show every other month. Like, nah, I'm
I
not
know
that.
you
I'm
got
not that
Paul
big.
coming on the show.
Right. He knows
Well,
celebrities.
do you even tell anybody that you got Keanu coming on next Friday?
Yo, that'd be a dream.
I'll
come
see
true,
you,
man.
Paul, and I'll raise you a Keanu.
That'd be dope.
Yo, I would love to have Keanu on. I would love to talk to him. That'd be awesome.
He's the best.
Yes.
Keanu and Jack Black. Like my friend sent me this thing that Jack Black did in an interview, and I was like, we don't deserve Jack Black or Keanu Reeves. Like they're just the most awesome guys, you know?
Yeah, they're both like, yo, if you think about like all their career, like their film and TV, like they came so far. Like I was just like, I'm watching X-Files for the first time and Jack Black was on there. I'm like, yo,
Was he?
yes, yo, smaller guy, but it was him.
Part.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check that out. That's
I
crazy.
think it was like season 2 or season 3 he was on. He was running an arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he's
Even,
just so
like,
instantly recognizable, even back then when he was young. Like in Airborne, if you ever saw Airborne, that was a rollerblading movie with Seth Green. Seth Green and was the cousin Wiley, and Jack Black was one of the ne'er do wellers there. Like he was a bad guy, like a bully.
Yeah,
Never seen Airborne? That's such a '90s movie.
No, I've never seen it. I mean, like, even if you think about a lot of these actors, like even like most of like the MCU actors, if you ever seen any of the Long Orders, you've seen them on there.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? Like, yo, you see them on like these bit roles on TV shows, and then they like now they're huge in movie theater, like making movies.
Yeah, I guess it's similar. Like, so I found out recently that Paul Rudd was on Friends.
Yeah. I watched that episode 2 nights ago. That was on 2 nights ago because my wife puts that on to go to sleep, and I was sitting there. I was like, I looked at it twice. I was like, oh, Paul Rudd's on Friends. Look at that.
Yeah.
Dude, when I see
Yeah.
stuff like that, I'm like, am I dreaming right now? What is this? This is
No.
oh.
Yeah. It's what was it? Trying to think of who else. Pedro Pascal was on. I think I can't remember if it was regular Law and Order or
Buffy the
Was
Vampire.
he?
Yeah.
No way.
Yoko's schooling
Yeah.
us that Paul Rudd was already an established actor when he was on Friends.
oh
It's true.
wow.
It was not a
Um,
bit part for him. That was a cameo
Yeah.
for Paul Rudd.
Just for Yoko because she always gets a kick out of it. Deadlift shrimp just for
Slap in the
you.
boss.
Wasn't I hope that's not on your bingo card again.
Wait, does Yoko have a secret thing for Paul Rudd too? Like Bucky in the shower? Paul Rudd in the club?
You know what? We all have a thing for Paul Rudd because that man is a gem.
He's another
is.
gem. He really
He still
is.
looks the same as he did.
Yes, he
And I
really
think that's what
does.
tripped me out the most. I'm like, did they
Yeah.
just?
Yeah, it
did they
doesn't
just shoot
age.
this thing
Yeah.
out?
I like
He's
every time
somebody
he was
that-
on Conan and he did he'd always do clips of Mac and Me.
Yes.
It was like I have a clip from my new movie, and it was that same wheelchair section from Mac and Me.
Yeah.
And then he did Conan's podcast, and he still did it. And Conan got so mad at him. He's like, "That's a visual gag. How are you gonna do that to me here?"
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yoga. If I upset you with Deadlift shrimp, please, I apologize.
On brand.
We got Shower Bucky and Paul Rudd in the tub. That's a new thing now.
Yeah. Somebody draw that, please.
Yeah, somebody will. Somebody definitely will. Oh man, hey.
I know we went off the rails there.
It was quite the tangent.
Oh, she said no.
No, wait, time out. She's like trying to jump in the stream right now. She's like, send me the link.
Hope it's not a Mac and Me. Like, yeah, I got that new clip of Mac and Me. That
No,
little
it
alien.
doesn't mean you love him, but the fact that you knew that he was already an established actor before Friends, that's further knowledge than most of us would think.
What was he in before Friends?
I don't know.
I may have seen somewhere and I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
The first time I ever saw Paul Rudd was, I think, maybe 40-Year-Old Virgin. I think.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
No,
That might have been my
Clueless.
first-
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, he was. I forgot.
forgot.
Oh, see there, you have Clueless. Yeah.
Halloween something.
Was
I
he
don't
in
remember
Clueless
that.
before Friends?
Yeah.
I don't know the timeline of that. I don't know.
I think Clueless was before Friends, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It-
Clueless.
it-
I-
Back
apparently.
in the day.
Yeah, see, that's the debate now. It's Clueless before Friends. Who's IMDbing that one?
Now I gotta think about which Halloween was he in.
Clueless is 95. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Clueless
Quick.
is 95.
Really quick.
Jeez.
Yo, you know what makes it worse? Because like I was talking to some friends at work, and they were like, "Yeah, some of the kids we refer to as the 1900s." I'm like, "Oh, good lord!"
How dare they?
I
They're
can't
not
I can't
wrong.
deal.
They're not wrong.
Disrespect.
Right, I can't deal. Like I'm done. Like I'm done aging. Like at this point, I'm done. I can't.
What
You
was
know
it?
what? I'm embracing being an old grumpy man. I just turned 40 the
Yes.
other day. I'm loving it. I'm
Yeah,
loving
Welcome.
it.
man. Big birthday. Big birthday.
Thank you. Yeah.
Welcome to the crew, sir.
Welcome
to
to
the
the
crew.
I'm old grumpy. I can say what's on my mind now. I get a pass. You know.
Yep.
They're like, oh, he's just an old
He's
grumpy
just
man.
old. Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
mind him.
Gran Torino.
Get off my lawn.
Yoko says
Bigoted
Halloween
Clint
6,
Eastwood.
5 or 6, also mid 90s.
Who knows this much about Paul Rudd?
See?
Paul Rudd doesn't know this much about Paul Rudd. Gee.
Paul Rudd doesn't know about Paul Rudd. That's almost like what is it? Like the 6 degrees of separation with Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
You know what's wild? Like we probably all are probably somewhere close to
Connected to
Kevin
Kevin Bacon.
which is the wild part about it.
Well, you had Mario on the stream with us today, and then Mario was on the stream with Paul and the Enablers the other day, right? So, and then Paul was in the Mandalorian with, bro, I bet you we can connect Mario. We can now all connect now Mario's with us. We can all connect ourselves to Kevin Bacon somehow.
There we
3
go.
degrees of separation max. Promise.
Yes.
It's 2 degrees, really, because I ran into Jay Leno back at DCon. We raced him, and he knows Kevin Bacon. There you go.
Wait,
There you
you
go.
raced Jay Leno?
Street race.
What?
Yeah. He rolled up.
This is my
He rolled
Bible.
up. Dante knows the story. He rolled up next to me in Prime, gave us the look, and we were like, I looked at him.
Talking about what?
No,
You and Prime to the first?
I looked at Prime the same way that Vin Diesel looked at Paul Walker. I was like,
yeah.
smoke him. And we
Smoke
did.
him. And he did.
Smoke him.
Uncle says the story is unconfirmed.
I believe
It's
it.
unconfirmed.
It's too
I was in the back seat. I can confirm. I was in the back
rolled
seat. I
up
was there.
in an orange hatchback, and we were like, smoke him. Yeah. We
Oh,
did.
your
There you
boys
go,
got
Matthew
twisted. What was he
Toys
driving?
connected.
There you go.
Matthew's like, I met John Cena, who wrestled against Batista, who worked with Kevin Bacon on the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. Yes, that is true. That is very true.
Matches our
There you
link.
go.
He's our link.
You know what? Dom can say the same thing. Dom Chichiaro can say the same. He's like, he met John Cena, who wrestled against Batista. Who's he said, yo, see? No, everybody's always there.
All connected.
What's going on, NJ Tree? How you doing?
I still have your
Your boys got
figures
twisted.
from Art NJ Tree.
Your boys got twisted. What was he driving? Jay's a big car guy.
And we've all been on Between Two Sentinels.
Yeah, there you go.
So there you go.
that is
We're all
true.
connected.
Oh, yeah. It's wild.
I'm gonna go tell my
Crazy.
wife that she's gonna just look at me like I'm crazy.
Hun, I'm connected to Kevin Bacon.
Never kissed
Hey,
him.
babe, look at
Bacon.
I forget how he's connected to Delaware.
More
Like, there's
than
some
you
way
can
Kevin. I was gonna say, he's connected to Delaware, and I can't remember how. It's a weird, crazy way that he's connected to the state, and I forget how. Oh, Joker says, just saying, also met John Cena. Hey, you connected to Kevin Bacon.
That's it. Connected now.
Greg
John
says it's been-
Cena is the hub now.
Right.
Mm.
But but the thing is, can anybody say they really seen him though?
Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, that's
No,
No,
John
he's like
Cena.
Santa
John
Claus.
Cena. You can't see John Cena.
Oh, John Cena. There you go.
And
That
for
makes
that matter,
just-
Batista as well, right? He's
Yeah.
if he holds really still. you can't see
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Me and Machu might be related to Bautista.
Really?
All Filipinos are related.
It's
Oh,
true.
good Lord.
And I'm married to a Filipino, so I think Mario's like my
Stop it. He's like, hey, Mario, you might be my distant cousin.
See
Hey.
each other at a barbecue.
Yeah.
I got the lechon ready for you, man.
Yeah, dude. Let's go. Oh,
Yes.
What was it? It was funny because I can't remember if it was Tracy McGrady or Vince. It was Tracy. I think Tracy McGrady was saying like how he went to a family reunion and come to find out he was related to what's his name, Vince Vinsanity. Like
Who?
Vince Carter. He was related to Vince Carter, and like because Vince Carter's grandmother was there. She's like, Tracy's like, what do you do? He's like, oh, well, I play basketball. She's like, well, so is my grandson. He's like, who? She's like, Vince. Vincent, you should know him. So he had her call him up. He was like, hey, what's up, cuz?
Dang.
Finding out that they were related is even more hilarious. Like, they didn't even know they were family.
That's crazy.
So you never know. You never know.
Never do.
Awesome.
That is
Anyone
very
just
true.
joining us now, if you have not gotten your walls from High School Creations from the Kickstarter right now, duration of the show, code IE Creators on highschoolcreations.com, 25% off your order.
Yes. Hurry.
I want to just keep plugging that because that's awesome.
Trevor
a
said
lot
he
of
probably
premium.
got a ticket driving through Delaware. Yeah, it's hard to get a ticket driving through Delaware unless you like do something
You
weird.
blink and you're
like,
through
stop sign.
Delaware.
Yeah. Matthew says, can confirm. Your boy's got toys. Mario is his aunt.
Auntie Mario.
We're not gonna.
What
We're
was
not
it on
gonna
the
use that
Cleveland
one.
show? Auntie Mama. It was Auntie Mama.
No.
Oh, we were playing. Oh, you left your watch. Oh, there it is. I'm looking for that. Like they start explaining to him, like start throwing up. If you ever seen the Cleveland show, it's still hilarious. Johnny says Drax thinks everyone has Jurassic Park T-Rex vision. Matthew says we all see each other at a family gathering one day.
Yep.
Greg says that wall XD code is so tempting. 2 walls and 2 corners plus that code before tax and ship would drop you to 187 for the 4. Hey, do it.
That's
Do
better
it.
than Kickstarter, man.
Do it, man.
Exactly.
Do it.
Wait.
Johnny said that's Tito Mario.
Tito Mario.
Makuya Mario, one of the two.
Yo, that's
Put some
Tito
respect on
Mario.
that name.
No.
No,
Let's go on to
no,
Hachito
no.
fingers. Let's go.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Easter Mario, not your uncle. No.
It's Tito Mario. Tito Mario.
Boy,
Let's
we
go.
went off the rails. We went from 3D
Yeah.
printing to
Lolo
Tito
Mario.
Mario.
Oh,
Lolo
Yeah.
Mario.
Lolo
Yo.
Mario.
I can't wait till you has you back on between two something. You're like, look, yeah, remember that joke you wanted to make, Lolo Mario? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on
I
this
got you, Lolo,
Wednesday.
right
We're gonna
here.
hash this out. You can catch me on Between Two Sentinels in a few days.
Yeah.
Are you on this
How
Wednesday?
dare you?
Huh?
Are you on this week?
No, but I'm
Oh.
gonna make my way through now. Now I will be.
He's like, somehow, he's like, I'll talk to Jay
No.
Shot and get my invitation on there. Tell him he'll get another 10% if he puts me on the show. Oh
figure that.
man, that's Grandpa in Philippine. Oh,
Hello.
that's even worse. Hey,
Yeah.
Gramps.
Yeah. All right.
Oh man,
All right.
don't kill. He's like, my family's half Dominican. At this point, when those minivans roll up to parties, there's always new relatives I've never met before.
Hey, Star Marvel, what's up, man?
I ain't doing Star Marvel. He said, I was so hyped for the Wall XD corners, I forgot to put the promo code in.
Oh dang!
I'm sorry. Oh.
Cancel and rebuy.
Yeah, cancel
they-
that order.
You know what though? Hold on, real quick. We can bring it back to
Yeah.
creating. Star Marvel had posted something where he made a custom. He used an amazing Yamaguchi All Might, which damn, dude,
Yes, I
that's
saw that.
the walls on that guy. But he used the RIT die. I've never tried that. Have you guys done
Oh,
that
RIT
before?
die, yeah.
Figure? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
How does that
I've
work?
dyed figures. You got to put it in like hot or boiling water, basically. Some people use crock pots, like old crock pots they don't want to use, and you just use literally a capful of RIT dye in the water, and you throw your figure in there, and you just let it sit, let it cook, and then it comes right through.
So with the dyeing, I find that concentrating the water more with the RIT dye will give you a better result. Not
Oh,
all
sure,
plastics do.
yeah. You
Some
just gotta watch
plastics
because it
don't
will
take
bleed. It
Oh,
can
yeah.
bleed.
Not all plastics will take it.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
not all plastics will take it. I tried doing Legos, right? I got a little Pikachu, one of those Mega Bloks Pikachus, and I
Mhm.
wanted to make a little venomized Pikachu out of it. And that hard plastic will not take the dye. I don't care how long I left it in there.
That's
I was thinking it-
insane.
Yeah, that looks really good. It's
Yeah.
clean. I was thinking it'd be
Dude,
a good.
that's what a difference.
Yeah. I was thinking that dyeing the figure would be a good alternative to
Prepping
primer,
the joints and
right?
painting. Yeah.
Well, especially like for the joints, you know what I mean? I hate doing
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely
like
for the
that
joints.
and all that. And I now lately I've just been priming everything black instead of gray. I feel like it gives more depth. So
Mm.
I was
Mhm.
thinking maybe this would be a good alternative to that, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, for
I've
sure.
never tried
Yeah.
it.
It all depends on the plastic. You gotta test it. That's what it comes down to. Is you just have to give it a test. And that
I'm not
wood
gonna
dye
test
is
it
so
on
cheap.
I'm not gonna test it on an amazing Yamaguchi All Might.
Oh
That-
no,
That's
no.
insane. Why, dude? Why?
If you got extras.
That's not a cheap
Trevor said
figure.
Mario's on YouTube more than I am. That is true.
That's true.
That's true. Matthew says, "Don't worry, I've got more gray hairs than you, so that's also because my hair is long." That is true. Like I didn't know Matthew had
His hair is
such long
long.
hair. Got a nice
Yeah.
long beard. He's like, "Yeah, you know who
Mhm.
I am. The ladies love me. You know who I
Yeah,
am. I'm Matthew."
he really rubs that in our face. So it's
He does.
He does.
He's like,
one of those
he's
things.
like, yo, don't bring
He's
your
like,
eyes on me.
Machu Palomalo. Almost got you on that one, Dante.
Almost. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I don't know why y'all want to do that when I'm trying to take a sip of water every time. Lord have mercy. Star Marvel says, for the dye, I just wanted them joints to be black, so if my paint job rubs off, it's a fail safe. Nice.
Mhm.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh wow, Matthew doing L'Oreal hair flips.
Yeah, Pantene.
Bro, when I jumped
Maybe.
in his car, he had all kinds of scrunchies in there.
You got me. I got Machu Palomalo.
Yo, I'm done. I can't take y'all nowhere. All right, well, Mario, thank you for hanging with us. I appreciate it once again. Man, it was a good time.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Man, I haven't laughed this hard. I did have to laugh this hard. I can't. Y'all, I gotta stop laughing this hard. Y'all,
Where can we find you, Mario?
You can find me on 796 Studios on Instagram, TikTok, Vero,
He's like-
not Twitch, YouTube. You can catch me on the first Thursday of every month on Toying Around's channel, Unboxing Thursday, Enablers Edition. You can catch me on the first Tuesday of every week on Toy Migos channel, Enabler or not Enablers. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. Chat Migos assemble, and then you can catch me on Mike's channel, High School Creations, on The Build. Peace.
There you go.
You almost got that in one breath.
I know. You caught me
If you
off
didn't
guard. I
mess
wasn't
up
ready
the
for it.
Chatmigos, I think you would have had it.
Yeah.
It's like the Micro Machine guy at this point.
They're
Next
gonna.
time, next time. You get it next time.
I'm gonna get in trouble for that.
That's all right. If Plasty finds this show, yeah, he'll cut it out there. Like, Greg said, Mario's everywhere. Just turn on YouTube and he's
Not wrong.
Whether you like it or not.
I'm there.
It was
Sorry,
noted. 1 hour, 36 minutes.
Yes. All right, Steph, Damien, and for me as well. We will see you all next month. We appreciate y'all coming to hang out with us. Hope you all came out with some good laughs and some good stuff. I don't know what else I was going to know. Also, I don't know what word I was going to try to think of to say. More educated, I say. More educated about the world of 3D printing.
If we helped one person here on any of their 3D printing or whatever, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon separation.
You know what? I printed something for Kevin Bacon one time.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to find a Kevin Bacon head sculpt. There you go.
Yes, that's the new mission right now. With the
I
I need a
magnet.
Guy Fieri. If anyone out there has a Guy Fieri head sculpt, I want it. I've been looking for one.
I'm sure there is one out there.
Oh, can't find it.
But what I'll do is I'll find them. I'll scan them. I'll get it free.
There you go.
First, you have to open a diner. You have to get really popular, have them come, and then you can scan it all for the head sculpt.
No, it's easier just to kidnap
Or
them.
driving or dive. That works too.
Or
Yeah.
diner.
I can just
It's easier
imagine
just to kidnap
Dante
him.
trying to be all sneaky about it, scanning him. Just,
He's like, what are you doing? Nothing.
but still,
Nothing. Hold still. Hold still. Can you turn to the left?
Yeah. Can you lift up your nose? Like, yeah. Okay.
And every
Got
single
it.
step.
All right, I'm done.
Name.
All right, folks. I hope y'all have a great Sunday evening. Take care, and we will see you next. Well, I will be back on tomorrow night. I forgot. With Let's Gunpla. With me and my buddy Jay. We're building some Gundams, some model kits. Because I know a lot of people have been waiting for me to finish the other one.
Oof.
What is that?
What doesn't Mario have at his fingertips?
I don't even know.
I have
I don't
everything.
need that. I
Yeah,
don't
you
need
do.
that.
you need
No,
to jump into
no.
Kodo BQ. Yes, you do. Look at this
You
thing.
do.
Look, I built one already. Like I built this one, and I still haven't done anything with it yet.
Yeah, I haven't built that yet, but yeah.
This one's off the chain. No, I don't
We'll
need
get to
more.
see
I
that
just
tomorrow,
bought Gundam
right?
Kits. No. I gotta still finish my G Gundam. Uh, yeah. I think I've almost finished the arms, Greg. I think. Yes, Trevor. 6 degrees of resignation.
So,
That's it right there. That's the
the
one right there.
resonation.
Yeah, the resonation. There
We
you go.
are a part of the
Oh, the
resonation.
resignation.
T-shirts. Anyone?
Yo, that'd be awesome. Resignations. Building a better future.
We're just gonna go. That's it. Just keep
Yeah,
going on it.
just keep going. All right, folks. Y'all stay safe. Hope to have you have a great Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow back on here, and then see you Friday night for the podcast show. And the next Sunday will be unboxing Sunday. I feel like I'm streaming like every day this week. Y'all have a great afternoon. We'll see you then.
A great week, everybody.
Now
Peace.
close